Imagine stepping into a place so vast, so magnificent, and so full of history that it has captured the faith and imagination of billions around the world. A place where kings, artists, popes, pilgrims, and ordinary people alike have found awe, devotion, and inspiration. This is St. Peter's Basilica, the heartbeat of the Catholic Church, and one of the most extraordinary architectural achievements in the history of humankind. Located within Vatican City, the tiny independent city-state at the heart of Rome, St. Peter's Basilica is more than a church. It is a temple of faith, a spectacular treasure trove of Renaissance and Baroque art, and a living testament to centuries of spiritual and artistic endeavor. According to tradition, this basilica stands on the burial site of St. Peter, one of Christ's 12 apostles, and the first bishop of Rome, regarded as the very first pope. For more than a millennium, an early basilica built by Emperor Constantine in the 4th century stood here, revered and visited by pilgrims for centuries. But by the late Middle Ages, the ancient church had become structurally unsound and insufficient for the spiritual needs and cosmopolitan ambitions of the Catholic world. In 1506, Pope Julius II laid down the first stone for a new grand basilica, a bold project that would take 120 years to complete and involve some of the greatest artistic minds Europe has ever known. The creation of St. Peter's Basilica was no small feat. It was a collaborative masterpiece, shaped by a succession of visionary architects and artists. First, Donato Bramante, the original architect, whose design set the stage for the Renaissance marvel. Second, Raphael brought important Renaissance refinements. Third, Michelangelo Buonarroti, perhaps the most celebrated contributor, who redesigned the dome and gave the basilica its soaring spiritual heart. Fourth, Giacomo della Porta completed the dome after Michelangelo's death. Fifth, Carlo Maderno extended the nave and fashioned the grand facade. Sixth, Gian Lorenzo Bernini added the dramatic bronze baldachin over the main altar and designed St. Peter's Square. Each of these artists contributed a layer of expertise, vision, and devotion, blending Renaissance harmony with Baroque splendor. In 1506, Pope Julius II lays the cornerstone, marking the beginning of construction. In 1547, Michelangelo takes over the project and reimagines the design. In 1564, Michelangelo dies, leaving his eternal mark. In 1607 to 1614, Carlo Maderno completes the nave and facade. In 1626, after more than a century of labor, St. Peter's Basilica is officially completed and consecrated. One word barely scratches the surface of St. Peter's Basilica: immense. This basilica is among the largest churches ever built. Here's what the numbers tell us about its astonishing scale. The basilica's total length is about 220 meters or 730 feet, longer than 2 American football fields end to end. It covers an area of over 21,000 square meters, more than 5 acres under roof. The interior area alone is more than 15,000 square meters. A vast spiritual hall filled with art, altars, tombs, and pilgrims. The facade stretches roughly 150 meters or 500 feet across. From floor to the top of the main cross, it soars to about 136.6 meters or 448 feet, making it one of Rome's tallest structures. It is estimated that the basilica can hold more than 60,000 people, a staggering number that reflects both its size and its role as a living place of worship. Even the plaza in front of the basilica, St. Peter's Square, is monumental. Designed by Bernini, the colonnades extend in embracing arms, welcoming visitors and pilgrims from across the world. The elliptical square spans hundreds of meters, flanked by 284 columns and 140 statues of saints atop its colonnades. Perhaps the most defining feature of St. Peter's Basilica is its dome, a masterpiece of Renaissance engineering and spiritual symbolism. Michelangelo took inspiration from the great domes of antiquity, such as the Pantheon and the Florence Cathedral, yet sought to create a structure that would express the glory of God and the heavenly realm. Diameter, about 42 meters or 138 feet, an enormous span of brick and stone towering above the basilica's nave. Height, about 136 meters or 448 feet to the top of the external cross, making it one of the tallest domes on Earth. Structure, 2 shells, an inner load-bearing dome and an outer protective shell, a design that adds both strength and grace. The dome is not only an engineering triumph but a symbol of faith, lifting eyes and hearts upward. Some legends say that a Roman law once declared no building in Rome could exceed the height of St. Peter's dome, underscoring its spiritual dominance over the eternal city. Within these monumental walls lies one of the richest collections of art in the Christian world. One of the basilica's most treasured works is Michelangelo's Pieta, sculpted when he was only 23. This hauntingly beautiful sculpture of Mary holding the body of Christ is protected behind bulletproof glass and draws millions every year. At the center of the basilica stands Gian Lorenzo Bernini's Baldachin, a massive bronze canopy over the papal altar. This towering sculptural masterpiece stands about 29 meters or 94 feet tall, making it as tall as a 6-story building. In the apse sits the Cathedra Petri chair of St. Peter, a throne-like relic symbolizing the unbroken succession of the papacy. The basilica is filled with altars, mosaics, frescoes, statues, and chapels, each a story, a devotion, a masterpiece. Every inch whispers history. Beneath St. Peter's lies a hidden world, the Vatican grottos and ancient burial sites where the remains of popes, saints, and martyrs rest. At the very center of this sacred underground lies the tomb of St. Peter himself, and it has been a place of pilgrimage for nearly 2 millennia. Approximately 90 to 91 popes are buried in the basilica and the grottos beneath it, including ancient saints and modern pontiffs. Among the notable popes buried here are St. Peter, Apostle and First Pope, St. Leo I, defender of Rome against Attila the Hun, St. Gregory the Great, influential theologian and reformer, St. Pius X, canonized for his humility and pastoral care, St. John the 23rd and St. John Paul II, modern pontiffs beloved worldwide. Additionally, beneath the basilica are burial sites for many saints, cardinals, and figures of historical importance. St. Peter's Basilica holds a number of remarkable distinctions. One of the largest churches in the world, largest interior by volume and second largest by area, tallest dome in the world. At the time of its completion, it was the tallest, and today it remains one of the tallest. Capacity for tens of thousands, able to accommodate more than 60,000 worshippers during major liturgical events. An artistic treasure house, masterpieces by Michelangelo, Bernini, Raphael, and others. Symbol of Catholic identity, a place of pilgrimage, papal ceremonies, and Jubilee holy doors. St. Peter's Basilica is not just an architectural wonder, it is a living house of faith. Priests celebrate Mass daily, pilgrims confess their sins, and millions come to pray, reflect, and encounter their faith. It is here that popes lead Christmas and Easter liturgies, with the eyes of the world upon them. Where the Holy Door is opened during Jubilee years, symbolizing God's mercy. and where the heart of Catholicism beats loudest. In every stone, statue, and soaring arch of St. Peter's Basilica, you feel the pulse of human striving toward the divine. Built over the resting place of St. Peter, shaped by the hands of geniuses, and sanctified through centuries of devotion, St. Peter's Basilica stands as both a monument to faith and a beacon for the world. It is more than a church, it is a testament to human hope, divine transcendence, and the enduring power of belief.